Grand Rising. Good afternoon and good evening. Welcome back to another channeled reading with Nephtara. So we're gonna just jump in, y'all. I hope that everyone is really experiencing the holiday season, the holy day season, in a way that works for you. Okay? These are the holy days. And so it's not just about let's celebrate with my family, or it's really about how do you want to complete the year behind you, and how do you want to step into the year ahead of you, whatever that looks like for you. I always do ceremony on the solstice myself, which is coming up very quickly. And so I'm inviting you, if you haven't already, to begin to think about how do you want to end this year and how do you want to start the next year? Okay? Again, I follow the astrological timeline. So my year will end in March, and my new year will begin on the spring equinox, okay? So for me, winter solstice marks the beginning of the fourth quarter. It's like, okay. And so I really get to look ahead thanks to the end of the Gregorian calendar. I get kind of like an opportunity to just look ahead and see how I want something to go before it goes. All right. Okay, the runes, Burkana, Wunjo, Dagas. This is beautiful. This is beautiful energy. I figured it would be, though. Dagas for the intuition within, the dawn. Like when something dawns on you, you know, you say, oh my God, it just dawned on me. That's Dagas. And Dagas. Wunjo. Kinship and heritage. This is for me family, because it's kinship, heritage, and joy. Wunjo is like family, and of course Burkana, Gaia, the Earth Mother, birth, like that which gave us life, right? So it really, really is about family, you guys. Like, for real, no kidding, this is family. But this is an opportunity for you to say who family is for you. Now, man, I cannot tell you, and I don't have to tell you, how extremely challenging this time of year can be because of family. And some of us were born into families, into cultures that esteem family very high, but as high as they esteem our family, they do not esteem our place in the family very high. Okay? Some of us were born into communities where family is everything. However, you have a say in your family, and that's really, really important. I had a beautiful dreaming this last night, and upon rising, I had to capture it. So absolutely, capture your dreams. Here she is again, Lilith. In this dreaming, I was being, I believe, welcomed into a new family, and it was so beautiful. It was an indigenous family. It gave French Polynesian vibes, y'all. And I was thrilled and honored to be there in their culture, at their table, literally having a seat at their table, and being welcomed, being told the stories, being given things to welcome me in, being able to learn lessons that their culture does when this happens and when that happens. I mean, it was truly, truly beautiful. And I've had many beautiful dreamings in this lifetime, as you can imagine. I know myself as part of many lineages. My DNA is very multi-ethnic, very multi-ethnic DNA. I am a child of the world, DNA-wise. And so I believe this is one of the reasons I can call on so many indigenous practices and so many gods and goddesses come to me and work with me, is because my DNA literally is like from all over the world. If you were to look at, I did one of those DNA things years ago, but if you were to look at my DNA map, it would look like somebody just did a scattergun, a shotgun, and I came from everywhere, okay? So if you ever wonder, like, oh my God, this woman has dark skin, but she's talking about the Norse gods, and she's talking about these people, and that, it's literally in my blood. Those people, I literally have Norwegian blood. I have Scottish blood. I have African blood. I have Native American, like North American blood. I have South American blood. Like, it's just, it's in there, okay? I have German, French, English blood. Of course, we know about the transatlantic slave trade, but not all multi-ethnic people come from that. Do you know? When I was on Standing Rock, when I was in Standing Rock last year on the Lakota Reservation, Lakota Sioux, in North and South Dakota of this United States, we shared stories around the campfire, a remembering of how before colonized times, indigenous people traveled around the world and they saw each other. They exchanged practices with each other, even before colonization. And now scientists and historians are finally finding evidence of this. Like, hey, you know what? They must have been in boats traveling around to each other and learning about each other, and then coming home to their respective places of origin and sharing what they learned with their own people. This is the way. This is the way. And so, you know, part of my multi-ethnicity, I do believe, comes from that long ago. Not just the transatlantic slave trade, but also during a time of the way back past. You guys know Sherman and Mr. Peabody, the way back? The way back past, when indigenous people knew of each other, shared amongst themselves, and returned home with that knowledge. They did not seek to colonize and subjugate other indigenous people to their will and their beliefs. They did not do that. They had respect for themselves and others. Yes? Yeah. Number 30, Lilith. Lilith is here to be the container for this reading today, Independence. I love it. I love it. Lilith and I have a very special relationship, and I love this. The Jewish goddess Lilith refused to be dominated by the first man, and as a result was called a demon in the stories about her that followed. These inaccurate and damaging stories are so old and repeated so often that no one recognizes how pervasive their implications are. From another perspective, Lilith offers this lesson. No one can prevent you from fully blooming, from learning all you can, from evolving and choosing freedom. Only your conditioned thinking can do that. Be proud, be accountable, claim your power, and hold it wisely. Right now, you are in an excellent position to attract healthy, independent, collaborative relationships that truly serve the highest good. Friendships flourish with mutual respect and support. Love relationships bloom with ample space for both parties to grow. Business ventures thrive in service to the greater good. The goddess Lilith wants to show you the way to claim a healthy self-worth and self-respect by refusing to let your old stories keep you down. You will be amazed at how deep, meaningful, and respectful your experience becomes in all areas of your life when you make choices from a place of empowered independence. You get that? I really feel strongly that some of us are being called, if you haven't already, to step away from any relationship, romantic, friendship, familial, that is not serving your highest good. And again, I understand, in particular this time of year, as when we're told we have to be in these spaces, we have to be with these faces, we have to be in these places. And I'm here to tell you, and Lilith is here to affirm, it's not true. It's not true. Now, it talked about some stories about Lilith that were not true. I believe I have the honor today of speaking on some of those stories. You know, I shared with you guys that this year, really, my life was in danger. And I kept thinking yesterday, and I think I'm going to put this on my Instagram, like, I walked through the valley of the shadow of death. I walked through that valley this year, without a doubt. And I've had a relationship with Lilith for years. And I know Lilith as an empowered female deity who was ostracized and literally demonized because she did not fit in with the culture of her day. Okay, that's who I know Lilith to be. Earlier this year, a coven of witches attacked me viciously, and they called upon the power of Lilith to do so. Now, they didn't know that I had a relationship with Lilith, right? Nor did they believe that I was who I said I was as a Shadow Queen. So they launched a full-out attack, and I do mean a vicious attack that went on for the better part of 12 months. This was not, this is an attack. This was someone waging war, to understand. Now, obviously, they were being influenced by dark entities themselves. And you guys, if you know me, you know that I distinguish dark from evil, dark from light. So when I say dark entities, I'm speaking about shadow realm entities that were utilizing the unresolved and unintegrated shadows of these people. Okay? As the Shadow Queen, I've spent a lot of time in the shadows. I've made friends with my own shadows, considering myself a shadow singer. If you know what a shadow singer is, shout out to you. And while in the shadows, just like while in the light, there are those in the shadows who didn't care for my energy, my ability to integrate, and there are those who fell in love with me. So that's why I say I'm protected by the dark and rooted in the light. There are those shadows, there's those dark entities that love me and will protect me at all costs. And there are those shadows and dark entities that are just absolutely flat jealous of me. Like, what? How does she get to do that? I want to do that too, you know? And they body hop, literally, human to human, looking for an in, looking for a way to get in. That's what happened at the end of last year, the beginning of this year. There was a body-hopping entity that found a coven of people, of witches who had not done their work, was not going to do their work, okay? But they came at me in the name of Lilith. Now, Lilith, being who she is, gave warning to me in the way that she gave warning to me, and gave warning to the leader of that group in the way that she gives warning, okay? I heard what Lilith said, and I proceeded appropriately. The other person did not hear what Lilith said and did not proceed appropriately. What I want you to be left with out of this sharing is that all Lilith is, although Lilith has been villainized and demonized as what is she, the queen of the demons, or goddess of demons, or something like that? Yes, Lilith reigns in the shadow realm. And Lilith has, I don't want to say a soft spot, but she favors women who are villainized because they are not aligning with their traditional culture. She favors us. She favors us. Okay? So if it comes down to there's a man who wants to hurt a woman, which was the situation I was in, the leader of this coven was a man. As much as this man may have curried favor with Lilith, Lilith favors women who are standing in the face of tradition and culture. That's who she is. And even a goddess cannot act against who she is. Do you understand? I've had a similar experience with Heket, but I won't go into that one today. But I will tell you that when I say I have a special relationship with Heket, I have a special relationship with Lilith, these are two goddesses who've literally saved my bacon. Shout out to Hera and Athena as two more goddesses who've come through for me. We have Amber for laughter. You guys, I'm starting to pick up a theme here. It's like there's something really beautiful happening. And my own birthstone, Simplification Aquamarine. I've never been more clear in my life that it's time for me to go to the ocean. You guys ever feel like, oh my God, I gotta go on vacation, I gotta go to the ocean? Yeah, I gotta go to the ocean. I knew that yesterday. I've been feeling it for a while, but then this card showing up is like, get to the ocean. So pretty soon I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys from the beach, because that's just what time it is. Okay. Amber's laughter, we pulled it so much, I'm not going to read the entire card today. Aquamarine is simplification. I will introduce you to Aquamarine. This card is beautiful. And the healing, this is probably one of my favorite healings in this deck, Aquamarine healing. It brings the power of the ocean to you and allows you to purify yourself wherever you are. So let me introduce you to the Master Crystal Deva, Aqua Morel, and ask you to be with the Deva on the card as I share. The presence of aquamarine today lets you know that it is time to take the most direct and simple path in whatever it is you are undertaking. The best way to deal with all that enters your life is quite simply fast. Deal with the small things while they are still small, and do not allow the world or mind time to complicate the matter. Usually aquamarine's pathways of action involve verbal communication. There's someone you probably need to directly speak with. Aquamarine also appears when the doors to much needed gifts from other lifetimes are open to us, or when the higher self needs you to sit and listen. Affirmation: in simplification, I manifest perfection. This card, throat chakra, third eye card, okay? This is literally like connecting you with your higher self. With aquamarine, the connection to the higher self is enhanced, and relevant past life information may be readily available via the newly stimulated, active, and cleansed throat chakra. Aquamarine is a sacred stone to all the gods and goddesses of the ocean, opening communication with them. It is especially sacred to Nimue and Artemis, and has direct links to the Hindu god Ganesha, Ascended Master Saint Germain, and Archangel Raziel. Aquamarine is a master crystal in the balancing of water in the human body, useful in fluid retention, and is a powerful remedy of the thymus gland. Outstanding. Okay, you guys. I'm definitely going to be doing a healing with aquamarine later today because it's just too good. Ocean clearing and clear communication for good, precise word choice and delivery. Animal totem is seahorse, essential oils, eucalyptus. Beautiful. Let's get some oracles. I see that medicine deck calling. You guys, am I dreaming? I climbed a mountain. Herald of change, horseman. And so now, I wake up, I rise, my hands are sore. I climbed the mountain and climbed back down. It was not easy, I'm telling you. It was not easy. Protecting the future. Look at that number 30 again, you see that? Number 30 and number 3 are significant. 3 is joy, creativity. We have Lunjo out here for joy as well. Okay, let me get one more. Can I get a jumper, please? Get one more. Let me get a jumper. You guys, I'm drinking nettle and mistletoe tea this morning. Oh, I said one more. Okay. There's number 5. Two came out. I'm going to go ahead and take this one. Oh, they said no. No, I'm not. Okay, fine. No, I'm not. Look at that. 1, 2 equals 3. I have number 5. Number 3 and 5 significant. I'm not going to take this one because I said no, I'm not. Okay. I'm going to take those two. This is higher chakra energy. It really is. I'm really feeling that something was integrated at the base chakra. I love that base, mountain climbing base. Something was integrated at the base chakra, and now we're moving up to the higher chakras. Beautiful. You guys want to do... Okay, we're going to jump into tarot now. We're going to do, we're going to use the old deck. Big change, big change, big change. You know, there's something about you being, you know, we had Lilith the other day with Oya and the Shadow Master. So this is like being independent again. So the right connections can come in, not the ones that society tells you have to have, but the right ones, right, Lilith? And the Horseman Herald of Change, like literally both number 30, that's just complete alignment. Like, yeah, baby, that's what it is. The Spirit of the River coming with aquamarine. Okay, so this water energy is very, very important. Did you guys do your salt bath for the full moon? I know I did, but I'm going to do a deeper healing with aquamarine today. I got to run into the big city today, but after that I'll come back and do this healing. The Chariot, Archangel Metatron, important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, and the Dreamer. Get out of here. The Chariot and the Fool. You guys, both Archangel Metatron. I cannot. I feel like that's the whole reading. Yeah, you did it. You set yourself free from, I'm hearing, the ties that bind. And now it's like literally you're about to be swept up is what I'm hearing. That's the water and the Chariot, swept up and moved to where you can flourish and thrive. Oh my gosh. The Wheel, Archangel Michael, a time of positive change, a situation, something new fortunes. You guys, I've only pulled majors. The Fool, the Chariot, the Wheel. I've only pulled majors out here. This is huge. This is huge. Y'all, I listen. Oh, sucky now. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. The World, Archangel Michael, again. A job well done, joy, contentment, gratitude, the path toward enlightenment. Metatron and Michael coming through for you, baby. Metatron and Michael coming through for you, baby. Coming through. And the Seven of Pentacles. You planted your seeds. You've invested the time. You've just been asked to wait patiently. Don't worry. I'm telling you, it's now. It's now. Let me get, what's that? Ooh, that's so good. Let me get two more. We're going to call it. Two more. Because y'all are doing this is too good. This energy just get better and better and better every day. Knight of Fire. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think through things carefully. Yeah, that's what Aquamarine was saying. Yeah. That's what Aquamarine was saying. Yeah, so if there's something going on where you need to do something or you need to say something and it's like, no, I gotta deal with this, and you don't know what to say or do, just take some time, meditate, think about it. Wow, this is huge. Two knights. The Knight of Fire and the Knight of Air. The Knight of Air says events that occur at great speed. Take time to carefully review your options, creative solutions. This is good. This is good. Okay, they said one more. Okay. Something changed, and now you have a choice to make. Oh, sucky now. Another major. Y'all, I'm like, you know, just, y'all. We got ego, Archangel Raphael, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, and negative or fear-based thoughts. They said, that's it. That's the reading. So, you guys, this is sufficient. This has been your reading. I hope that it resonates. In this deck, ego is the devil, traditional tarot, the devil. Okay? So, again, there's something... Let me read this to you. You're caught in a situation of your own making, and the restrictions that are tangible at this moment are forged by your own hands. Alas, you are unable to see your own influence on the situation, but you must as a matter of haste. Bright lights cast the darkest of shadows, and yours is long and so dark that you cannot see the light behind you. Something that you think you're trapped in, something you think you have to do that you really don't have to do. Really don't. All right, you guys. I love you. 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 I love you forever and then a day. Okay? This has been your reading. I hope that it resonates. Remember, trust your process, trust your path, and trust your purpose. Ashe.